The claims come as Australian unions prepare to fight against the rise of casual employment, which they believe is hurting workers and costing them access to sick pay and annual leave. The Australian Council of Trade Unions, ACTUD, is pushing for a better definition of casual work in the Fair Work Act, as well as allowing casual workers to transition into a permanent role after 6 months on the job. They also want to take away the incentive for employers to use labour hire and will launch a nationwide campaign to protect the rights of Australia's 2.5 million casual workers. ACTUD Secretary Sally McManus said while casual work was once the domain of the hospitality and retail industry, it has since spread throughout the country, with more than half of Australia's workforce now dealing with insecure or casual work. Employers are able to call people casuals, fake casuals, when they are not casuals, Ms. McManus told journalists earlier this week. They tell them to go and get an ABN number when they are actually permanent workers. They convert them to labour hire just to reduce their wages and conditions. Ms. McManus told Newscom.au the ACTUS Change the Law campaign would fight for good, steady jobs that Australians can count on. She said casual work affected people's security. When people don't have permanent jobs or jobs they can count on, they have trouble getting loans and paying the rent, they are constantly waiting to find out if they are working or not. It's shifting stress and insecurity onto employees and it's affecting our way of life, she said. We used to have laws that defined what a casual was. An employer couldn't just call someone a casual. But these days even if someone is working the same hours every week for years, their employer can still say you're a casual, and it's just not true. At the moment there's no definition, so an employer can just call people casual, and they lose their entitlements like sick leave and holiday leave. Employers have never had it better. Profits are going up and wages aren't. You'd think those things would make them think maybe it's time to give workers better pay and job security, but unfortunately they are not responding that way. Ms. McManus said opponents of the campaign, which include New Jobs Minister Michaelia Cash, were out of touch with the lives of ordinary Australians. Loopholes in our work laws have allowed bosses to call workers casuals even when they have been in ongoing employment for years. This needs to change. We will fight for the right of casuals to convert to permanent positions. Change the rules. /t.co/j5tiqmtuye. However, several high-profile employers and industry groups have also attacked the campaign. Australian Retailers Association, ARA, Executive Director Russell Zimmerman said casual staff were the key to retail success and that restricting casual employment would devastate the already struggling industry. Last week we saw foot traffic increase by 13% year-on-year, and without the flexibility of casual employees, Australian retailers would not have been able to staff their stores adequately during the busiest time of the year, he said. If the unions want permanent employment, then we would need to see more flexibility around the hours of work, and the notification period of roster changes for part-time employees.